everyone. For those of you who are just tuning in, this is Soul Work, and we're live here on Shaw TV, and I'm your host, Jeni Cousins. And on tonight's show, I have Nicole Boisvert on health and wellness. And she is so full of information, and this is a perfect time for you to come on.
Yes.
And talk about people to get their health routine and going.
Yes.
Yes.
Getting on the right path
yeah.
to health. Yeah.
Absolutely is. I got goals this year that I'm hitting. And I just admitted that. Oh no, now I have to own it.
Yeah, let's talk later.
Yeah, exactly. I'm at the gym tomorrow. God be with me. And my trainer, oh God. But we do have someone on the phone. We have Brenda. Brenda, welcome to the show. You have a question for us.
Hi.
Hi. You have a question for us?
I do. I had a question for Jeni.
Okay.
I was just wondering about, it's actually a two-part question, about the work situation that's going to come up and also a love life.
Well, the first thing is the work situation is going to happen before the love life. So
Okay.
I heard May, as soon as you start, because I read the voice is the soul that speaks. So I just kept on hearing May all around you, and I just feel a really big change is coming. What do you normally do for work?
I work in the dental industry.
Okay. Well, I don't see that being a huge problem for you, honestly. I really don't. And I kept on hearing BC coming in. So it really, you will have an opportunity if you want to even move out of Calgary out to the BC, if you want to do that. If not, there is another opportunity coming up for you end of May. So just keep that thought in the back of your mind. But if you really wanted to get back into work, into this, everything will really click for you. This is what, January? I'm feeling something coming up here even for you right away. So it just depends when you really, really want to just dive in there.
Oh, that's good news.
Yeah, it really, really does. Love life, I hear 2 months. Within 2 months, there's going to be somebody coming around you. I do feel somebody around you right now, actually. Yeah, there is somebody kind of lurking, as I call it. The energy's kind of lurking, like lurking around you.
In your sphere of influence.
Yeah, I am feeling,
where are you?
Yeah. Well, you know, that's the thing. It's like you got to watch what energy you send out. So you got to know what you want, what you're looking for, and most importantly, you have to know your worth, and you can't settle with anything.
What about money? Is that going to be an issue?
No, I don't actually. It's just right now balancing everything and being realistic with things. So if you want to stay in that line of work, you can stay in that line of work, but I just kind of really feel that there's something else going to be coming up for you that's outside of the box.
Yes, that is sort of what I've been gearing towards.
Yeah, and
so
that's what I'm
good to know.
feeling, and that's what I'm feeling more so coming in. So that's why I said if you really want to get involved more so with all the dental and that, you really can, and something will come up here right away, really. But I'm feeling the other new stuff coming in. So when you send your energy out in that direction, it's going to open up a door for you, and go through it, because that's where that other person is.
Great.
Yes.
Well, thanks so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Have a great night.
You too. And I mean, if you get kind of stressed out, what would you recommend in the meantime?
If I get which?
No, if you get a little kind of stressed out in the meantime.
Get a little stressed out. There's lots of nice herbs that help with that. Calming your nerves.
Vitamin B?
Yeah, like the B vitamins.
I also do meditation, so that helps.
Yes, that definitely.
Oh, I thought you said meditation, right?
I did.
Oh, at first I thought you said medication.
No.
No. Yes, medication.
Well, not that I could admit, no.
Yeah. Meditation is awesome. I just recently started committing to that, and it's made a huge difference.
It does. Yeah. It does. You know, it's the best way to do things. Spend time alone to hear your soul speak, as I call it. You know, when the mind is on overdrive, you're not going to get clarity. So take some time out for you. Definitely.
I will.
Yes, and thanks for calling, Brenda. We have other people on hold right now.
Oh, great.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. You're very
Bye.
welcome. Bye-bye. And our next caller is Mary. Mary, you have a question for us? Hello?
Hello.
Hi, Mary. How are you?
Oh, I am fine. I have a three-part question for Miss Cousins.
Okay.
One is health, another is finance, and I am going to be selling my condo, and I'm just wondering what direction I should go from there.
After you sell your condo?
Yeah.
The first thing is, okay, your health situation right now, I just feel your immune system is a little low because you're hanging on to a lot of different commitments on your shoulders. I just kind of feel like a heaviness on your shoulders with things. And with your condo, once you surrender it, because if we put a lot of pressure on ourselves, it's going to sell today, tomorrow, it's not selling, oh my God, then we're going to get all stressed out, which is going to create problems for our health. So if you want your condo to sell this year, I keep on hearing actually more a spring to summer. It just kind of feels like the price has to be lowered a little bit more yet, and surrender it, and then it could very well clear out for you and sell a lot more quickly. But if you hang on it too tightly, it's going to stick, and your health is going to decrease.
Okay.
Yeah, but surrender it. Really, trust me on that. Believe me. You know, and you're going to see that things are going to kind of flow more synchronicity.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, what about financing?
Well, that's the thing. Everything is going to work out
Okay.
with the condo situation. So the more we worry and fear about things, regardless of what it is, you know, the more we have a tendency to put blocks up there. So just kind of keep on a low profile, as I call it, a little bit, balance everything out. And things for you, by the fall, I kept on seeing the fall coming in for you. So things could just really flow. So if you hang on it too tightly, your condo deal is going to go off after the fall.
Okay. Well,
So
that's
I can
very
babble
good
on.
to know.
I can babble on forever, but
Oh, that's okay. But you do have a show.
yes. And thank you for calling in, Mary.
Well, thank you very much.
You're very welcome. You're
Bye-bye.
very welcome. What about you? Would you give Mary any advice, Nicole, at all?
Well, I think exactly what you're saying is that stress plays a huge factor in our
Yes.
health, and especially our immunity. It kind of puts our body on, hey, alert. And so, you know, whatever relaxes you and helps you to reduce stress, you know, like you're saying, kind of just letting it go. But for some people, that's exercise. For some people, that's upping the extreme self-care, whatever that is that you need to do to feel happy and healthy. Is that having a bath? Is that time alone? Is that exercise? Is that whatever the heck that
Whatever
is?
works.
Yeah, and so even upping that
Yeah.
when you know that you're in times of
Yeah.
stress,
Yeah.
upping the extreme
Because the
self-care.
clutter, because I find
Yeah.
that with the cluttering of the mind, we all get that.
Yeah.
Especially, you know, with the economic situation, the mind is going, what do I do? We get pulled and everything, and that's when, exactly, go for a walk, spend the alone time, turn your phone off, and
But for
little
some,
things like that.
yeah, but for some people, it's actually spending time with people.
Yeah.
Of friends and family, and being around that, it kind of helps you get your
Yeah.
mind off of whatever it is that's bothering
Definitely.
you. Getting vitamin green, going
Yes.
in nature.
Definitely.
Is a good-
Absolutely.
yeah.
And we have Shelley on the line as well. Shelley, you have a question for us.
Yes, I do. Thank you. I'm calling about my son. He's 24, and he just got diagnosed with Crohn's disease, and he has a terrible eating habits, and I'm really concerned because he's very angry, and I just don't know how to help him or why he's going through all
Yeah.
this anger.
He's very sensitive. What's his first name?
Shelby.
Yeah, he's a very sensitive old soul. Are you familiar with the term old soul?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a very old soul, very sensitive, and a lot of the situation right now is combined from that. So basically, he's come back into this lifetime into letting a lot of different things go, and even in his stomach, which is a solar plexus, I just feel a lot of blockages there. So it's almost like he kind of has that little bit of an addiction thing going on, where it's become kind of like a habit, but it's one of the main struggles that he's having right now is to try to figure out still who he is.
Yes.
So, you know, when people aren't certain who they are, you know, that can be really hard for them to deal with. So I would just kind of be a little bit, like be supportive. I know that you are and everything like that, but things are going to shift with him. However, not until 26 and a half. So from 27, yeah, 27 to 32, he's going to be in a whole different new cycle and everything like that. And that's when you're going to see more of a bigger change with him. So.
Because he's like only 24. He just turned 24, and he has not worked for a year and a half. And like he's almost like in depression. So I don't even know how to get him to get help, or do I have to wait until he's ready for help? I just don't know.
That's right. And actually, Nicole, you could even answer that. Actually give him some tips for that.
Yeah, well, people change when they're ready to change. I know I had celiac disease, and it took me a while to kind of accept that I had it. And I would eat bad things, and then I'd be, why did I do that? And then I would not do it for a while, and the thing that when you started speaking that really came up for me is that there's a lot of things eating him up. I don't know what there's a lot of things that are really kind of he's struggling with. But I guess as his mom, I understand that it's really frustrating for him to, for you to stand by and witness this. But the thing is, he needs to be the one to initiate the change. And I think I heard your wise self in there when you said, I have to, he has to make that change. I'm not sure what the exact words were, but you have to, he has to be ready to make that change. And so we all kind of do it in our own time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was diagnosed with Crohn's 40 years ago, so I know what he's about to go through.
Yeah.
So I would, want to help him to not suffer as much. So, and I guess maybe that's the mom of me that wants him to not go through this. So.
Yeah, of course it is. And I mean, like giving him advice and just little things like that, and little tips and speaking from your heart like you do, and then you just got to surrender it, and that's all you can do. Really, realistically.
Is the angry that he's so angry?
Yeah.
Every time I speak to him, he it almost makes me cry.
Yeah, no,
he's so angry.
He's afraid.
Yeah.
He's afraid.
He's afraid. One thing I would say for you, though, is it sounds like you're in the perspective of, I can't help him.
Yeah.
And considering, is there another perspective that you could choose that would be more empowering for you while he's figuring it out? So, for instance, maybe I'm here to support and ready when he decides perspective. I'm in the curious perspective. I'm not sure what that would be for you, but if something is coming up for you, what would be a more empowering perspective for you to step into, so that while he is doing this, you're not in this, you're not as upset about the scenario.
Because it's hard for the mom, of course. Of course, it would be to see that.
I mean, he lives in my home, so I see him every day.
Yeah.
So, and I feel so helpless.
Yes. So
but I do pray for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And also too, because I know he's very sensitive, have you ever had any Himalayan salt lamps in your home?
No, but I would like to get one.
You should, because they do help with the energy and calm the energy down, and they do clear out negative energies. Also, there's a lot of really good health benefits in them. You can get them in all different sizes. So, that will help a little bit. It's not going to take away the problem, of course, but, all you can do is just, be yourself and be there for him. So, and just give him a little bit of tips and stuff like that. The guidance, we can give our guidance and such like that, but then it's up to that person, of course, to, make a decision if they want to make changes or if they want to do this differently or try that or anything like that. That's about all you can do with anything, really. So,
thank you.
Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you both, ladies.
Because I'm already actually getting the wrap-up sign already, so we're not even able to take our last caller, unfortunately.
Well, I appreciate your kind words, both of you.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome, and good luck to you. And I want to thank my guest again, Nicole Boisvert.
Thank you.
I love that last name, Boisvert. I was hoping I would say it properly.
Yeah, that was
It's
great.
got that good energy to it.
Yeah.
And thanks again. Thank you again
No,
for
thank
all
you
your
for the
wisdom.
opportunity. Yeah.
You're very welcome. And this is Soul Work on Shaw TV. I'm your host, Jenny Cousins. All the shows are also on YouTube, so if you've missed any, just look me up, Jenny Cousins, and you will find them. Good night, everyone, and we'll see you live here next week. Good night.
Good night.